Alright guys, back again. I'm going to try to hustle through a lot of these. I got a couple of stacks of comics from Big Wow. Um, so just apologize, bear with me, I guess. Um, I'll just leave. I like that print, so I'll leave it up. It's one of the ones you can actually see that I don't have to turn sideways. This is the free comic book day. I got All About to autograph that one for me. I figured if I go to SAC next month, actually it's still like a month and a half away. If I go to Sacramento WizardCon, maybe I'll get Ramos on that because I believe he's supposed to be there. And this one, I know it's going to be tough to see, but I got Mike McCone in red. That Ozaba in blue didn't really come out so hot. It's, right there under the sticker. And then I got Eric Larson in a better blue. Um, I may also take that one with me, get Ramos and Paulo Rivera. I missed out on Paulo. Paulo was just at the Big Wow, but I missed out on him. But I knew that he was going to be in SAC, so I will now take my books I had for Paulo to SAC and try for that there. And I show these off in a quick vid, quick sideways vid. And I apologized for that. That was live action stuff, whatever. After I got him signed, I was letting him dry off on a table. Usagi Yojimbo, signed by the great Stan Sakai. First time meeting him. Awesome guy. Just a great guy. And he was doing all these sketches and just unreal. I didn't even ask for the sketches. I put the books down and asked for a signature, and next he's sketching rabbits and and everything else. And so of course he had a donation box. I was going to donate regardless, but especially after the sketches, so I definitely donated for it because he's just an awesome guy. And I'm going through them pretty quick. These were in vids before, and stickers are covering stuff up on some of them for sure. But yeah, I wouldn't mind meeting this guy again. He's just a great guy, and maybe I'd get him to I'll see what he might actually charge for like a sketch of a half a body or a full on torso or something on a full size. But Usagi Yojimbo, number one. This is this is one of the first books I put on the table, and when he did this, I was like, that's where I thought I don't know. I thought I was gonna have to get like a napkin or something, or I thought I was making it, because he started sketching he just sketched that turtle instantly, real fast, and then when he sketched, I was like, wow. I didn't ask for sketches, but the fact he put a turtle in this one because there's Leonardo right there, and that's just awesome. So I was loving that. All right, so those are my Stan Sakis with a Alzaba. And then let me get into this book. I have a vid up and it cut out because I ran out of room. And the book that it ended with was the Marvel Team Up Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. And I ended up getting this book. I believe it's like $4. The sticker's $8, but I believe everything was like half off, so $4. It's issue 100. It's not the last issue. The Marvel Team Up, I know what the cover looks like, and I just don't know if it went into 110 issues, 109 issues. But I believe the last issue of Marvel Team Up was Spider-Man, and I think he's on the cover with the X-Men and whatnot. But this one I wanted to pick up because I looked at it before, and I believe it's a Frank Miller, so I wanted that one. It's cool when I'd seen it, like Frank Miller artwork. Here's another one, Marvel Team Up. This one was $250. Spider-Man and Nightcrawler, very cool. And I know it's Joe Rubenstein. Excuse me. And Rubenstein was there, but I've gotten Rubenstein autographs in the past, and he's an okay guy. He's a good guy, but his signatures can get pretty massive. They vary. Here's an Avengers issue number 200. Got that for like $5. And these are all from the same guy. He cut me such a good deal. This was the guy that cut me the deal on like the Deathlock comic book I believe I showed earlier, and Submariner number 5, first Tiger Shark, and the 2 Batmans I had. So the fact he cut me some deals on those, I'd gone back to him. I'm like, because I picked those right off the shelf that he had on display, and then I thought, I didn't go through any of his boxes, so let me go through some of his boxes and see what the guy's got, because I noticed he had Captain America's, X-Men's, and stuff like that. So this one was like $1.50, issue number 333. Another Mike Zeck, great artwork. And some of these, like, I'm not sure if I have these. They're just so familiar looking to me, but for $1.50, if I do, I know my copies aren't. I believe my copies aren't so great because I read you know, I used to read through them quite a bit. So I got another beautiful Mike Zeck, $3. This one's get a little bit more, and that's because, you know, it's an older Captain America. That's issue 200, and I was really stoked to find that. And you know, he actually gave that. You know, he's got it stickered at 15, but gave it to me for 7 bones. So I was really stoked. You know, that's the old Jack Kirby, man. Hard to pass up. So start jumping on some of that old, you know, Captain America, Jack Kirby stuff. Issue 196. Again, just nice Jack Kirby. And then this nice Avengers, man. This one gets a little pricey, or can get. Avengers King Size Annual number 7. This one, again, I had this one kind of on my list of books to pick up, and the cover just kept looking familiar to me. I thought I had it in my collection, and I dig through my collection and I have it. But what I have is like the re-release of it. I have like the newer, you know, they released it, I guess, a few years back or whatever. So mine's like just a copy. This is the original of it, actually, the King Size Avengers, King Size Annual Avengers number 7. That's obviously, this is like the original copy. I have the second copy or something, the one they re-released a few years back. So that was throwing me off because I knew the cover just looked so. I have a comic that, you know, it's a similar thing, but again, he wanted, you know, 30. I got it for 15, and that was hanging up on his wall. That wasn't in a box. Here's another one hanging on his wall. He had 2 copies, but this one, you know, there's a little, like, I don't know, like a little sun damage or something right there. The other one was, you could see the other one stickered at the same price, $25. The other sun damage ran all the way down the side of the book. So, you know, Spider-Woman number 1, and I ended up getting this for like $15. I was very cool with that. And then Peter Parker the Spectacular number 2. Since I have the number 1 issue, I was digging through. I'm like, you know what? That's a nice looking copy. I like the blues and, you know, everything that's going on with the Tarantula and Kraven the Hunter. And for $10, I was like, man, Peter Parker number 2. I don't come across these very often, you know, when I'm digging through Spidey stuff. So I was like, right on. And it's just a clean looking book. And it was great talking with the guy about collecting comics and everything, because he had stated that, you know, a lot of these books, he's like, oh, these are all from my personal collection. And he hated to see the Tiger Shark and the Deathlock go. He's like, you know, so I was like, well, if you don't want to sell these, I mean, it's cool. I understand the emotional connection to your books. He's all, no, I got to let them go. You know, I've had my time with them, and I've got other books I won't part with, but I'll go ahead and part with these. I know they're going to a good home. And I said, thanks, man. I appreciate it. And I especially appreciate the prices. You know, this book was the only one sitting up there, and he had it stickered at 30, and everybody that was walking by was like, oh my God, $30. And he's like, hey, it's not first print. I didn't really care. I was like, I knew it wasn't first print either. I mean, that's too good of a deal to be true, you know, $30. But I believe he told me this was like a 3rd print, but it is really sharp. It's a sharp book. He's, you know, so I was really cool with the 3rd print, and I ended up getting it for 15. So, I mean, you know, the 1st print goes for some crazy money, so I wasn't about to do all that. So, all right, guys, and let me come back with some more books, and we'll hit it from there. Take care, man.